on their hate TV networks and their publications, Unionists crowed with delight at the pyrrhic victory at the Supreme Court. The official confirmation of Scotland's subservient status within the Union was a watershed result, actually playing into the hands of the independence movement. But arrogance and stupidity of the Unionist delight stopped them from comprehending this. Unionism is a cult of nostalgia, mostly for the elderly privileged middle-class demographic, and also for those that are happy to remain in a paradigm of serfdom under the boot of Anglo-British-Nationalism. Unionism is a dying ideology. Its last fanatical adherents are like that of Shoichi Yokoi, a Japanese sergeant who did not surrender for 27 years, refusing to accept World War II was over and his country had lost. This places an interesting and failed context around that much-loved loyalist phrase of no surrender. The last 3 opinion polls show that yes is ahead in every age group bar the over 65s. That independence is also ahead in every political voting region in Scotland. An independent Scotland is clearly becoming the settled will of the Scottish people. Unionists have failed at every opportunity since Scotland gave them the chance to prove their worth to Scotland, after 55% of us voted no. And I ask, have they articulated any positive case for Scotland to remain in the Union? No, they have not. They simply repeat meaningless slogans and sound bites from their hateful right-wing media machine, telling Scotland that it is worthless and it would never survive without those broad shoulders of the Union. Where are those shoulders now then? Both Unionists and independence folk together are suffering under the Westminster-induced cost of living crisis. An independent Scotland could and would govern with a far different set of values, placing our people's well-being over profit. Yes, we would make mistakes, and of course it would not be perfect, but at least the decisions would be made by our own and not by representatives of the Anglo-British-Nationalist cult who have no interest in placing anyone's well-being above their political allies and friends. The Supreme Court result is celebrated by those without vision in a context that they have no clue is a victory for the independence movement. These are the foot soldiers of the Union, and they have no idea that they are being exploited by their masters. But soon, they will understand the difference between living in a nostalgic paradigm, where they are considered chattel and fodder, compared to one where modern positive values can be made by voting in actual representation that we choose that will make a difference.